All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going to show you how to make some gold. Gold's exciting, World of Warcraft. This is my bank. I suggest everybody get one. The bank is basically just a monetary character where you kind of just throw all your stuff at your monetary character at your bank. Um, so once you do that, as you can see, I'm on a fairly populated server, Storm Rage. It's extremely populated. But that shouldn't stop us from at least teaching you some of the basics on how I make gold and how I keep it coming. So let's take a look here. As you can see, I have a complete shit ton of stuff in my bags. They're always full. If they're not full, it's because I have a bunch of stuff in the auction house. So that brings us to our next thing, auction house. It is the best way, consistent way to make gold. So open up the auction house, and one thing you may want to acquire is Auctioneer. It is a auction house add-on, and it will scan your auction house for any given item that you search for, or you can just set it to scan the entire auction house, which takes a long time, especially if you're on a populated server. But use Auctioneer Advanced. It puts a lot more things on the screen or on the auction house list. So I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. We'll pick an item that there's a lot of. So raw turtle meat is a cooking ingredient that sells fairly well. At least it has in the past. So as you can see from the normal interface, it has changed to a much smaller interface. So we have a lot more items per page. And as you can see, the percentage over here, this is showing exactly how much below the average percentage is. So 76% of 100%, which means that it's probably, as you can see, if we go down, we can look things that are closer to 100%. So they're just over 5 gold apiece at 100%, or actually, excuse me, 3 gold 59 or silver. But you get the idea. Another thing you can utilize, especially if you have a level 90 character, it is very important that all these green items, if you're not a disenchanter, or if you are, try to separate some of the higher level items, green items. Don't underestimate them. They drop everywhere in Pandaria. So any given item, any given green item, I will say on average, the low being about 50 gold, 30 gold at the very lowest. It's never really that low on average. I can sell typically greens for about 100 gold on average. So as much as 200, 300 gold for weapons, and usually it's weapons and usually DPS weapons. All that being said, another great way to make money, make gold, is to do quests. The quests in Pandaria, if you have a level 90, are really easy. They're really profitable. They also award you other great things, which we can cover in a different episode. But Lemonade is my bank, and when I talk about auction housing, especially even so, we search for this. You can see there is one in here, and this gentleman has 30 minutes left. I always put my auctions in at 48 hours, no matter what. As you can see, we've sold at least one piece for 77 gold. That's after a deposit and everything, and all these others still have very long on them, so they've got a good amount of time to sit in there. Some people say, oh, well, if you put it in there for 48 hours, it gives people the opportunity to undercut you. Well, that is true, but depending on the day of the week, like today it is Wednesday, server resets on Tuesday. Most people will want to raid or do their guild activities, their weekly activities on Tuesday or Wednesday. That's not speaking for everybody, but that is the consistently what I've seen is I sell a lot more on Tuesday and Wednesday because people are on more often during those days besides Saturday and Sunday. So back to what I was saying, the Bronze Dagger of the Bandit, which we just selected, which is this guy right, no, excuse me, The Bronze Dagger of the Bandit, right here. Okay, so you see it's 189. That's his maximum buyout. I will say 99.9% of the time, people will not bid, which is the lower number here. So your bids don't really matter as much as your buyouts because you're not looking to have somebody bid on it and you wait 48 hours to get it back. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look. 189 gold. Now I don't know anybody that's gonna pay more, even if it is 1 copper more or 1 gold more or 1 gold less for the same item. So we're gonna put it in there at 188. We're gonna do the old trickaroo 188, 99, 99 at 48 hours. We're gonna create the auction. This is not a guaranteed sale, but the more things you have in the auction house, the more people will see them, and the more they will get bought, the more gold you have. Right now, I only have just under 10 grand because I've been just giving gold away to guildmates and other people. Just, you know, I'm a very generous person when it comes to the gold because, well, I make it. And so we will take another look at items such as true gold. Now we're talking about the buying and the selling of items. So if we look at these, 164 gold is a lot, and I'm not saying you're gonna just jump in here and make 10,000 gold on the first day, but this is the method that I use to get the gold that I have. I generally vary around 20,000 gold, and that's spending. I mean, I spend thousands of gold a week, so I usually have about 20,000 gold. True gold is a good example of something that has a fluctuating value. 163 is the lowest buyout right now, 163 and change. So if we scroll down and we look, 250 is your typical, so we're looking at probably around 200 gold. So we can talk about the min-maxing is what I call it. So you buy a true gold for 163 gold. Yes, I know that seems like a lot. We have 5 true gold here. Now we don't want to put the true gold in here while somebody has 164 gold on there with 12 hours left. We might come back tomorrow, see what the price is like, and adjust accordingly. I do that with a lot of items. It doesn't happen overnight, people. It really doesn't. It happens with work. You have to put the time into it to get the gold out of it. Now where I'm heading now is the bank. For things that you don't want to sell or may want to sell later, you will go to the bank. And so we go over here. You should have, if you have a bank yourself, as in the character being a bank, you should have plenty of bag space in here. So if we hit B to open up all of our bags, it shows us everything. I mean, I have separated in cooking ingredients, cloths, leathers, meats, enchanting supplies, everything. I mean, I do it all. Be a jack of all trades when you sell. And I say jack of all trades, you can only have 2 professions per, but that being said, we have unread mail. Okay, yeah, and the auction house kind of takes a little bit sometimes to send you stuff once you buy it. But we're going to go back here and do a little recap just so that you can collectively know where to start. So, get Auctioneer. It is a great add-on. If you don't know how to get add-ons or you are unfamiliar with the add-on interface, WoW Matrix, I will put a link in the description for the add-on for the add-on hub that I use, which is WoW Matrix. I've been using it for a couple years now. It's been great. It's a very easy search interface, and you can find what you're looking for. Yeah, so when you get WoW Matrix, research some different add-ons. There's things besides Auctioneer on there that you will benefit from, even if it's just character specific. When you get it, go into your add-ons right before you log in from your character screen. On the bottom left corner will be add-ons, and you click that, you select which add-ons you have, and WoW Matrix is great because it automatically puts the add-ons in your add-on folder. So I will put that in the link in the description. And next thing what we talked about was undercutting people at a 48-hour auction is very necessary. It takes a lot of time, effort, and work to get a good amount of gold so you can start buying and selling. But you can start with the selling portion of it by taking your higher level character, sending your greens to your bank. Your greens, by I mean your green items. You do a search, shift click of any given item. We'll put the name right in the search bar and you search for it. If we have no items found, at any rate, you can just put it in there for whatever it is you think that might sell, or items you've seen closer to it. The more you do this, the more practice you have, the better you're going to get, and the more gold you're going to make. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope it was informative. I hope you make a lot of gold. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Facebook, YouTube, Google+, click the like button, subscribe if you like them, and thanks for watching.